The human brain is one of the most complex biological structures discovered by scientists. As a matter of fact, the human brain is a lot like the brain of other species. The differentiating factor is the computational capabilities. In terms of the encoding that our brain has, the manner in which our brain perceives what we see to actively communicate with the relevant organs is something that makes it as unique as the brain. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Neuralink is one of the companies trying extensively to make the most out of the human brain. Their aim is to perfect the connection between computers and human brains. One of the greatest examples of the interaction between the human brain and a computer is the application of prosthetic limbs. Now, as time passes, we are certain that these prosthetic limbs will advance to even be better than the one we have naturally. Of course, it is highly debatable, but not at all impossible. As a matter of fact, a lot of cyberpunk fictions have already stated so in different forms and mediums. It could certainly be disastrous. It will only be a matter of time that, through mismanagement, it turns from cybersecurity to a cyborg. This means that we need strong mechanisms to ensure there are no measures left that could lead the technology to such a fate. Neural implants on the hand could be a great way of speculating what the future of language may look like. With such adaptations, we are certain that there will soon be a technology that could make it easy for us humans to communicate without speaking or any other gestures. Though it sounds far-fetched, the technology itself is complex in as much as it is about retrieving these thoughts from the brain. The part dealing with communicating it from one chip to the other is something that we can figure out with the existing technologies in place. Considering that a human brain has a language chip sewn into it in the cortex, along with a modern chip behind the ear, we may be able to send and receive signals just the way a telephone works, crudely at least. Now let us look at the other side of it. Having an implant could be a really good advancement for science. However, if we look at the quality of life through it, it will be easily noticeable that similar to the urge of us updating our phones from one iPhone to the newer one, say the iPhone 14, there will be a requirement for us to constantly update our chips, hardware, to a newer version, which could be extremely inconvenient. A solution to this problem is what will make a revolutionary change in this field. Perhaps this is where we could speak of the non-invasive brain-computer interfaces, abbreviated as BCIs. Though invasive ones will certainly be far more accurate than the non-invasive ones, chances are that with time we may be able to get through the skull all the way to the gray matter, without having to physically go through the skull. With time we are certain that this could be a technology as efficient as the invasive ones. Though the experiment conducted on the visual cortex of the brain, it was understood that a device may be able to understand a few parts of it, but certainly will not be able to understand what is going on in the other part of it without having any physical connections with the same. For example, we may see what a person is seeing, but not what the person feels about it or what the person may be fantasizing about as they look at it. At the same time, now that is a feat we need to achieve next. We hope you liked this video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and let us know what you think about these concepts, and we'll see you in the next one.